We sell a lot of records, and records cost a lot of money. But what good is spending a lot of money if your records don't sound good because of dust and static electricity? That's why I recommend to all our customers the new record vacuum by Ronco. It's so easy to use. Just insert any size record, 33 1/3, 45s, 78s. The new record vacuum automatically vacuums away all the microdust particles that distort sound and can damage your needle. It also eliminates static electricity buildup. The record vacuum by Ronco protects your records and gives you all the quality sound you paid for. It makes this sound like this. For the price of a couple of albums, protect your records and prevent damage to your needle. If you want the best possible sound from all your records, get the new record vacuum by Ronco. In fact, buy 2 or 3. They really do make great Christmas gifts. And they're only $14.88.
Available at Payless, MyMart, Newberry, and 7-Eleven, and Fred Meyer.
The Power Glove for your NES. Now you and the games are one. Everything else is child's play.
Everybody needs a Yugo sometime.
I bought my Yugo because now I can afford a brand new car.
I think it's fun to drive, and it beats my old carpool.
I like the rack and pinion steering and the front wheel drive.
We wanted a dependable second car.
And this Yugo's just what we need.
The 87 Yugo GV is still only $39.90. Call 1-800-USA-YUGO for the dealer nearest you.
Everybody needs a Yugo sometime.
Great American Furniture's Christmas sale starts the day after Thanksgiving, and we have a huge selection of furniture that will turn your house into a home. Recliners, 10 to 30% off. Dining room sets, 10 to 40% off. Lane cedar chests save up to 50%.
Charlie's Place. Hey, you can use an electric sign. Charlie, set up the Stag beer. Oh, business is off to nothing. No jukebox, no service. Charlie, let's make it lively here with some Stag. Shh, shh. Leaky radiators. Oh, they'll ruin business every time. Put down that menu, sir, and join me in a refreshing Stag beer. Oh, there's nothing like Stag brew to refresh you through and through. Charlie, you better get out here with some more Stag, or you'll...
Shh, quiet, please.
Oh, don't whisper, gal. Speak up. Where's the Stag?
Stag may be found under wildlife.
Oh, yay. Oh, that is a corker. Go ahead, sir. Drink up. And the next time you look for complete refreshment, look for Stag beer. Yeah. Oh, the commercial again. Time to get myself a Stag beer. Wish someone were here to enjoy it with me. Why, Bottomley, I didn't hear you come in. Take off your hat. Now get another Stag. Oh, by George, Stag always brings them best together.
Back in the couch, go grab Grandma. Get the dog spot, sit him right down. You're looking for something you ain't never seen before. You're looking for a home with a Loch Ness Monster, Roddy Piper. You're looking, say, grab the children, grab the women, tell the policemen, turn in their blankets, because I'm coming to your living room, so bar the doors or I don't get into that. I'm Roddy Piper.
Exciting wrestling action, Sunday nights at 11:30.
Christmas gift values up to $15, now only $4.96 at Kmart. The amazing cookie machine, delicious decorative fun. Make beautiful rugs with the amazing speed tufting kit. Create exciting fancy foods with the potato chip machine. The bottle and jar cutter recycles throwaway bottles and jars into beautiful glassware. The rhinestone and stud setter stylizes jeans, shirts, anything. Homemade ice cream is easy with the automatic ice cream machine. Get these great Christmas gift values for just $4.96 only at Kmart.
G.I. Joe forces hit back while they move their secret recon satellites to safety. But blasting down from Devil's Mountain, Cobra's gonna hijack it. Here come the reinforcements. You control the action with G.I. Joe High Adventure Trucking. Now, Cobra's desperate. They'll ram, squeeze, to safety. Headquarters are secure now, so move her on back. G.I. Joe, High Adventure Trucking. By Tyco, of course.
What up, cyberspace cadets, cyber fanbots everywhere, Americans, America, and Odesians out there. Say hi to people on Twitch, D Live. It's IRATE Prostate. It's Sunday. You know what that means? It's time for ice cream. And the reason I call this show Ice Cream is because most people consider ice cream to be a treat. And to me, a treat is hanging out and talking with someone I find fascinating, somebody I'm interested in. When I got turned on to this to today's guests content, I took to it. It took to me like a duck to water. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just seems like something I might come up with, or some of the shit he says is almost like I said. He's talking what I'm thinking. It's funny. And it's a great show and something different every day. That's what I like about it. Different day, different thing. But we're going to talk more about that shit later. Before we get going, I'm going to say hey to good old Neil, Wikipedia snippet, Hatman, Duck Dog, T.S. Moose, greetings. Ouija, hey man. Bullwinkle, I thought I saw you in there, man. Sorloon, of course, the one and only. JJ's in. Oh, when did he do that? Yeah, that gag's getting old. Sorry, y'all. Madness, what's that? It's Shadow Kane. Oh man, so many people. Maureen, 31884. Welcome. It's really good. If I missed you, I'm sorry. All right, but I'm horrible talking to. I got to get better at this. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm still bad at it. But today's guest is none other than the one and only JJ Stoner.
Do I unmute here?
Absolutely.
All right. So just right off the bat, I'm lactose intolerant, and me and ice cream don't get along, just so we know.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say. All right. So my first. All right. So.
I fucked your whole first question up, didn't I?
You did, man. You did. All right. So we'll change it to cake. What's your favorite kind of cake?
Cake, cheesecake.
All right, fantastic.
Like and then ice cream. Watch this, sherbet. Eh?
Oh, okay, that's right.
Eh?
That's right. What flavor sherbet?
I don't know. It depends. Usually I'm an orange sherbet. It really depends on what type of mood I'm standing there.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Sometimes you want that tartness of that green.
Yeah, you gotta get that green of the tart. Like, what's the one? Not the Neapolitan one, but the one that comes with like orange sherbet and like strawberry or something. I don't know. It has like 3 kinds in it.
Yeah,
that's the one I gravitate towards.
You ever seen the kind of translucent stuff? It's kind of like supposed to be like 7-Up.
Or some it looks like gel.
Well, no, it's more translucent. It's more opaque.
No, I'll have to check that out.
I can't remember. I got Sierra's disease, bro. Yeah, I've been.
I'm blaming on the weed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've been doing it longer than you have.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Right. All right. All right. So you know how this works if you're a regular, and I appreciate everybody being here. Write down any questions you may have for JJ. Okay. During the show, and then there's a spot that I'll open it up for you guys. Okay. Rainbow sherbet. I know.
That might work.
Eat it on Gay Pride Day? I don't know.
I mean, do I have to let my dick out while I eat it? Like, how does that work?
I don't know.
Like,
man.
Do I have to helicopter while enjoying it? I don't understand.
Your assless chaps. Put those on and shit, right?
All right. Is it it sounds like an experience. I don't know. I don't know if I want that. because I have been to gay days and it was not fun. But yeah.
I hear you. I want to make sure that is the music okay, people? Because I like to run some
music.
Yeah, this band, man, is fucking. I know you can't. And I don't know. There's a way to do it, but every time I try to use banana, man, that fucks my shit up.
So this is why I run everything through a mixer.
Yeah. Well, I got a 4-in-1, man. You know, we're aiming there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll get you fixed.
That's right. I'm listening to. I've been on this band called King Weed, man, and it's just King good. Weed. Yeah, it's just good metal with no singing, man.
Right.
It's good rocky, kind of not thrashy, and it's not too dirgy, but it can get in that that kind of. All right, so all right. I'm all over the place. I don't have ADD, man. I promise. Yeah, maybe. All right. So what we do? All right. So after the first question, I've got a series of questions here, and it begins at YouTube. And once we're done, we'll be back here at YouTube, and we'll wrap it up. So, you ready to rock, Mr. Stoner? Plus, I have.
Yeah, but I got a cat looking at me to get out, so give me like 2 seconds.
All right, and while you do that, I will also let everybody know I've got a bunch of random question generators pulled up, so we'll be utilizing some of those too. So this should be really fun. All right.
My bad.
No problem, bro.
Cat.
Yeah.
He's out now, so yeah.
See, I love the couch cam. Anyway, yeah. I need a doggo, dude. Uzi and I just moved into a house so we can get a doggo now. It's like we're excited about that.
Choose wisely.
Your boy's a black lab.
Well, she's a black lab, and then I inherited a fucking cow. And the best way I can explain Ella is she's a pound puppy, like true and true. Too smart for her own fucking good, you know what I mean?
Right. The survivor.
Pretty much.
All right, so the first question I always ask is so how long have you been around YouTube? When did you start using YouTube? And what made you decide to start streaming?
Let's see here. First off, before YouTube, there's a little thing called Justin TV. And that was Twitch, by the way. Before that was these things called ice casts, and you could live stream on websites. And I was doing that in 2008, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, 2008, late 2007, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. So what was the content like?
A lot more M-bombs, and it was like 4 people sitting in a room just talking about dumb shit, and somehow lasted 7 to 8 hours at a time. So,
damn.
Yeah. You go back to the old days on all that. Those were experiences.
I bet, man. Yeah,
like 4 hours of an alcoholic yelling at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that wasn't me either. You know.
Right.
It was a whole lot. Yeah, but that was the old MLR days. So going back that far again, like not broadcast wise, but I've probably been doing this 16 years, something like that.
That's amazing, man.
Too long.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I think, dude. Anyway, we'll get to the content in a little bit. All right. So what's the idea behind the JJ Stoner? Are you just like being you, or how much of what everybody sees would you say is the real you?
Was the real me? I don't change, man. Like, I don't change for shit. You met me in real life, it's the same dude you'll see on here.
That's what I say, man.
Because, it's too hard to keep up with different personalities and shit. Yeah, there might be name differences, but fuck all that. I ain't got time for all that. I mean, I'm a little bit more laid back in real life, because I yell at things for a living. But I don't know. It's hard to say that I put on a different person if you met me like in real life versus, like if you're just meeting me on the air and hearing my voice or whatever, it's pretty much the same person.
Cool. So, all right, this is where we start getting into the biographical stuff. So is there a food from your childhood that you couldn't stand, that you didn't like, but now as an adult you actually enjoy it?
Onions.
Onions?
Onions, man. I hated onions back in the day, but now I love a good onion ring, man. Holy shit. Onion ring with some barbecue sauce? Fuck yeah. There's a lot. I mean, because, like, all right, me, I'm a fat kid, so every food, like, is good until we get into, like, the nitpicky shit. Like, all right, grapefruit, fuck that shit. I don't want it. You put it anywhere near me, I'm gonna throw it at you. The stupid shit that you didn't like as a kid, like, there's not much that didn't carry over besides the onions. I hated onions, and now all of a sudden I like them.
Yeah, man. Like fresh onions on a hamburger and stuff.
Yeah, like, well, that sauteed shit, onion rings, all that shit.
Yeah, I hated fresh onion, but I totally rock that shit.
Yeah, nowadays, fuck yeah, to make a sandwich taste good, give it a little crunch. Fuck
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, there you go.
Pineapple on pizza, sure, man. I don't give a fuck.
Indeed.
Did I have to pay for it though? Because I'm not paying for that. If I'm paying for it, we're gonna pick something different. But it's on there. Here's a slice. I don't give a fuck.
I feel you. I say, Uzi and I have my wife and I have a rule. Rule number one is never turn down free food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rule number two is always refer to rule number one. So.
Yeah, my old lady don't make rules because if she does, I'll just go out of my way to break them. So, like, we're in a whole different world here. Like, She looked at me earlier. She goes, "Hey, we're having stromboli tonight. We only have pepperonis." And I'm like, "The fuck we do?" I just went to the store and bought this fucking one of those like expensive boar's head meat fucking trays. And I was like, "The fuck we don't? We having good stromboli tonight, motherfuckers." You're putting that in your half. Okay, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, man. Apparently, the chat is quite interesting. So, so it's like drawing my attention. It's funny though. All right, so if you could describe your family with one word growing up, what would it be?
Busy. Because that's all we ever was, man. Like, my dad was a teacher. My mom was an ER tech / boob smasher.
Okay.
And, like, we were always fucking busy as shit with something.
Right.
Like, be it football season or whatever the fuck else, wrestling season, there was always the season of something going on. And, yeah, just always somehow involved in doing, like, there wasn't a weekend where we were like, oh, let's go do this. It was, hey, we got to go do this, this, and this, and this, and just busy.
Right. All right. So, who would you say is the most influential person in your life?
Shit, probably my dad. Definitely my dad.
Right.
Just because, like, I spent a whole lot of fucking time around him, when he was here. But yeah, I wouldn't say my mom didn't have like influence either, because she did, but she was more of the hard ass. Where my dad was like more like me, where he just makes fun of every goddamn thing on the planet. So,
so what? Like, and we're talking like elementary to probably middle grade, junior high, right? What kind of kid were you?
Unruly, yeah. Getting in trouble for everything that someone that grew up in the 90s would get in trouble for, trespassing and whatnot. Being places we're not supposed to be, doing things you probably shouldn't do. Yeah. But I was not one of those that would ever get caught. Like, for as big as I am, I could run like a motherfucker, so.
Man, you'd be amazed how quick some big people can be.
Oh, dude, I'll jump a fence in a heartbeat, dude.
I don't know about that, but for me.
Even at 39, I'm getting over that motherfucker.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, is there like a special holiday that you really look forward to? Something that makes you put you in a positive spirit?
I mean, there's holidays I hate. That's a way easier question to answer. Like,
all right.
I mean, I'm a fat kid, so again, Thanksgiving's fun. You know, Christmas, same thing for dinner and shit. Plus, you get toys. So I mean, holidays are always fun, but I fucking hate Valentine's Day with a passion.
I hear you.
It's the worst holiday on this fucking planet. Okay, it just is. Trust me, it is not. And I repeat, it's not because my birthday happens to be February 14th. I hate that fucking thing.
You're an Aquarius, dude.
So fuck anyone that celebrates Valentine's Day, just so you know.
That's interesting. My wife's dad was February 14th, baby.
I fucking hate it. Do you know how many times I'll buy cigarettes and some dumb fucking thought behind the goddamn counter be like, "Oh, Valentine's Day!" I'm like, yeah, that day, bitch.
Yeah. You know what, man? That's it. And that you brought up a good point. I'm probably going to add it to my questions now. Is the least favorite holiday too?
Because there's some holidays for me without. Because like I have a lot of family, but they live all over the fucking place. So like holidays for me, man, are usually just quiet with me and the old like dude, we didn't even do Thanksgiving on Thursday this year. We did it on Friday, and it was amazing because when we went to the store in the morning for the shit that we forgot, there wasn't as many goddamn people there. So it was fantastic. And we still, we had a good ass fucking time, and I still got leftovers right now. So, they're not dead because it was you ate it Thursday. I could still eat a turkey sandwich right now if I want to.
Yum balls.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right. All right. If you could go back in time and talk to little JJ at the age of 8, what would you say?
Oh, fuck. Don't do a lot of things. And it was just a list of like, this person, go, stay, run away. This one, hey, that night, don't stay at that bar too late, go home. A lot of that shit. Because I used to have, like, when I lived in Florida, I was a completely different person because it wasn't that I was a different person. I'm saying I just had a whole different mentality because I spent too much time working. So anytime that I just spent it at a bar or, like, decompressing from everything. And then you do that enough, you're going to do enough bad impression things, and then you wake up next to mountains. And you question reality and how big of a piece of shit is on your bed type things, You know what I mean? Like, have you ever woke up with a big old cow patty on your bed and you're like, hey, how the fuck did that get there? It wasn't me. Who are you? Why are you in my house? Oh, shit, that's yours, isn't it? Yeah. You make enough of those bad decisions, you don't drink anymore.
I hear you, dude.
And I ain't got no problem with people drinking. For God's sakes, get it the fuck on. I like making money off drunk people. It's fun as hell.
Yeah. See, I can't touch it either, man, because when I drink, bad shit happens.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And I've done that enough in my life before even, I learned that lesson at 26. So, yeah, I could have spent a few more years doing it. But then once I realized I could just, still exist, and then I found marijuana. Well, I'd had marijuana then too, but I didn't decide to make it an entire fucking personality on the internet, which is fun. That's a great idea. Because then anytime anyone meets you, they think you're just an idiot, and it's fun. So they don't assume much of me, which is great. Because then any reaction is enough to, get over or whatever, because there's a certain expectance from a stoner. Like, oh, you're a stupid guy and blah 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 blah. The stereotypes. Versus if I'd have been just like, yeah, I'm JJ, milk fucking toast guy over here. No thanks.
All right. So, as a student, what were you like in elementary, middle school?
Elementary, I was alright. I wasn't a little shit or anything.
Were you artistic?
I was a jock mostly.
Okay.
I was one of those athletic kids that just Like I said, my family grew up around sports, so I was always just going, from season to season. But like artistic wise, nah, I can't draw for shit, dude. I've tried.
What about music? You play music yourself?
I can't play shit, dude. It's amazing. I love music as much as I like, but I can't, like, a bass is about as far as I got. I can play a little guitar and I can sound check shit, but I don't know. I started getting more involved in the lighting and the actual technical part of it. And that's how I ended up going to Florida for 2 years and getting a fucking degree that, it says show production, and I am kind of doing that, but I don't know. I made a lot of money in Florida. Florida's a fun place to be. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, no doubt. It's always something.
I don't know. I hate 128-hour work weeks though. So that was what I was fucking.
Yeah. So you were rigging shows, man.
Rigging shows, fucking pushing boxes, doing sound, fucking running lights, climbing goddamn stadiums. I did all that shit, man.
Was there any particular band you were working for? Or just
if it went through Florida in 05 or 06, I worked it. Or if I didn't work it, I was around like that area.
Gotcha.
Like I was doing something else that was, the same. At least for those 2 years. And I'm talking, I did probably 60, 70 shows between each year, so 120 for 2 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
And that was between like 6 or 7 different jobs too, because it was like I'd do box pushing over here, and then go and install this fucking big ass metal thing at a fucking convention, and then be down in Miami the next day to do this, blah blah blah, and then do a big circle again, and that was my week. I did that for enough time to make enough money to go, fuck this.
Right. All right. So, yeah, man, it is brutal though, the hours and shit.
It's fucking brutal. And then I came back here and did a cushy job, and I had that for a while. That was fun. I worked for a gigantic arena. And all right, so I don't know how much you guys know about this area, but there was a certain serial killer that used a certain highway around here to. He was a taxi driver, is what he was. This was pre-Uber for you kids. But anyways, there was a show that we were doing that involved Metallica, and the lady went out the wrong door, from what I understand, and they would not let her back in, which was the policy for the arena at the time.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was working that show that night, sir.
Right. Are you the one that kicked her out?
I am not the one that kicked her out, no. But I was on the radio and heard the discussion.
Oh, dude, she was a doctor's daughter, man.
Dude, yeah.
She went missing for a year. Very pretty girl.
Yeah.
And it ended up being this black dude that had killed 3 or 4 people, right?
Yeah, well, no, he killed it. He ended up killing like 20-some when they included the town that I'm currently in that he decapitated a woman on, yeah. So like I said, I've done some wild shit, and some shit has happened around it where, and again, that shit wasn't me. It was not my call. I was on the radio and I was working that night there, but I was in catering. Production wins again. She's dead. I was like, yep, I'm in catering, and I did not tell that white girl she couldn't come back inside. That's all I'm saying on the fucking subject. But like I've been there, dude. Like, and then again in Florida, like I had some more other shit. Like if you ever see the clip of Beyonce falling, I literally installed those stairs. You're fucking welcome.
Oh, dude.
I was stage left. Try not to giggle because they will kick you the fuck out for making the artist look stupid. AP knows.
Yeah. So have you ever been cussed out by a road manager?
Yeah, Eric Clapton's manager doesn't like me. Well, he doesn't like anyone in that building after the day, but whatever, man. Like, all right, so I don't know if y'all know this, but there are some artists that the amount of time that all right, so they'll charge you $350 to be there, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of time that they spend in that building will fucking make you lose your fucking mind. Because literally, Eric Clapton pulled into the back, all right, got out of his fucking big ass Suburban, black fucking tinted windows with fucking all this shit, walked by everybody, right? Now, before he got there, because in 1987, someone at that same venue ran up to Eric Clapton when they were coming in, he made everybody get in the corner. He's like, I need everybody over here in the corner. And I'm one of those guys that I don't think I'm above you, but I do enough that I don't have to listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, you better be a fucking somebody when you give me an order, because otherwise I don't need your bullshit. I have shit to do. You understand? And anyways, he come over to me and he was like, oh, I need you in the corner. I'm like, well, I'm over here doing other things so that things work. No thanks. Right. And just, I guess he didn't want to be any more confrontational with that. I looked busy. He left me alone. But yeah, I've had that happen.
I hear you. I got accused of stealing $50. I was a runner.
Oh, don't tell me I stole shit. No.
For the cult. Yeah. I always got a fist fight with their fucking road manager, because what he did is he had pocketed $50 to get a half a gram of cocaine. Right.
I've done that too.
Yeah. But you know.
All right, so I don't know how much y'all know about Cirque, right? Cirque du Soleil and all that.
Yeah.
But the road shows are run by skeezy Europeans. And when I say this, it's when someone walks up to you, especially as a roadie, like I guess I carry the look. When someone walks up and goes, hey man, I need you to go get something. Can you find that in this area? And I know what the fuck you're asking me, right? I know what the fuck you're asking me. Just fucking say it.
Right.
And then when you do that, right, they spend the rest of the day fucking off while you've just made, $37 an hour to go get a bag of weed for somebody. I've had that happen quite a few times. But I like being a runner more than I like fucking sitting there being a lowly box pusher, because that shit was fucking boring. But
yeah, I get it.
I got more into rigging and staying above people. I went with the old get high thing. So like that's where I made most of my good money on that. But I can tell you this, man, I can't do this shit no more. I'm too old for it. That's a young man's game.
Indeed,
fuck you,
man. Well, cocaine's a young man's game.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
No shit.
I ain't done that in 16 years. Shit. Maybe 17.
All right, so we'll come back to that in a second. All right, so tell me about what was high school like for you.
What's high school? I never went. I'm just kidding. I was one of those people that realized I could show up at 11 to leave at like 2 and then get all the work done that I needed to get done. I didn't really go to high school. It wasn't that I was stupid or anything. It was just, I don't know, man. I always felt like I was smarter and didn't need all that. So, I went as much as least possible with, to graduate on time in high school. Now, college, I took that a whole goddamn different way because I was spending my money on that shit. So, college, when I learned, all this shit when it comes to running rigging, running lighting, running all that, full scam is a fucking scam. I'll tell you that right now, but I did learn things there. So, I can't 100% say that I didn't learn shit in college. But high school, I didn't really go. Why? I mean, what is it going to get me? Sitting around with a bunch of heathens that are all stupid and don't know how to answer the questions correctly? Like, if I show up and get every question right, and I only have to go 3 days a week and still get a 70 to graduate, why the fuck do I care?
And something that always bothered me, man, when I was in school back in the day, it was cool to be dumb.
Yeah.
And it was like, that has never made sense to me, man.
Yeah, so too cool for school, kind of. When the fucking, when people are in there arguing about dumb shit, and I'm too busy trying to figure out other ways to make money. Why am I going to argue with some kid about who fucking shoved something in a locker? I don't give a fuck. I treated high school pretty much like an audition for football and wrestling. And then when that didn't pan out, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll go to college down here and move to Florida. That's pretty much how it worked. But
what was the craziest thing you did as a smaller kid, a younger kid?
That I got caught for, or what? What are you trying to get me to admit here?
well, something. All right. So the way I'd like to frame it is something that you look back now and you go, "Holy shit! I can't believe I lived through that shit." You know what I'm saying? I was so dumb that day, or you know, that kind of thing.
Nothing life-threatening. Like, I was always usually pretty smart and just put myself in that situation. I don't know. I was growing up, man. I was really a boring person because I was more of a jock. I didn't have the personality that I have nowadays. Like, I didn't really develop that until I went to college and had fun with life. But before that, I was a dumb jock. So, like, it was stupid shit. Cart pushing, you know. I don't know if you've ever done that. Get drunk as shit, get a car, put a fucking shopping cart on the front of it, you know, rev it up as fast as you can go, and then stop and watch it run into something. I don't know. What do you want from me here?
Man,
there's not much to do in the middle of Virginia. Trust me, there's not.
Some activities, man, you know, are just perfect for being fucked up. Right.
There was a party where there was no neighbors that was kind of fun that, you know, I could probably go through. There's a pool party here. You know, there's a lot of shit back in the day that we did and lived through that we probably shouldn't have. Running from the cops for this shit, you know, doing this, doing that. It's growing up, man. And every era has the fucking retards and the dummies, and, you know, it's the same shit. It just keeps recycling. And then now we have the fucking island boys, and I think that's a marker of the apocalypse is what the hell it is.
Dude. You're not wrong. You're not wrong on that shit at all.
My buddy come by and I showed him them the other day, and I was like, this is this generation. I was like, you show this to your daughter and you say, this is you. Stop it.
No shit. Dude. All right. So what about your first concert as a music fan? What was that?
Jars of Clay. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah. Man, you know, Christian rock is a really common thing.
It's also because I'm literally in the most Christian place you could fucking possibly be on the East Coast, and that's Lynchburg, fucking Virginia. So if you have a pool boy that's fucked your wife, that's my town, baby. Yeah, let's get on Hendrix yachts and fucking make fun of trailer park boys and get $10 million deals fucking gone. That's my city. So it's a bit different around here, you know, as far as like Christian rock. But like first one I enjoyed, I don't know, man. I saw Boston and Chicago and DC like when I was in middle school. That wasn't bad.
Wow.
Styx had a really great fucking live show. I like that.
That was good live.
What was the stupid? Fuck. It might have been like fucking Pat Benatar or some stupid bitch like that. I can't remember who that was. Like shows that I've enjoyed is really hard because like, I've gotten to the point at some point where I realized that I could make money doing it. So if I wasn't making money there, then I didn't really enjoy the show as much. Like I went and saw shows after, you know, I've put fucking 3-day weekends in making $5,000 and then go do it without getting paid. And it's just not as fun anymore. I don't know why, but I guess I spoiled myself because like my best week, I saw System of a Down and Queens of the Stone Age on Monday. I saw Soulfly, Machine Head, and Devil Driver on Tuesday. Rob Zombie and Bullet for My Valentine, which was god-awful, on Wednesday. 9 Inch Nails, and I can't remember who the fuck. It was like Health or someone. And then like Friday was like Leonard Skinner or someone like Southern Rock.
Right.
Like, I mean, so concerts for me, like when you do that in 1 week, telling me, oh God, let's go see it better be a good reason or I'm not going.
That makes sense, man. You know?
I mean, hey, if I'm coming in to make money, cool, cool, let's go.
Right.
All the Newsboys. Actually, I believe the Newsboys opened up for Jars of Clay that show. So technically, you're right. Technically, I saw the Newsboys before I saw Jars of Clay. So you're right.
That's great.
Damn.
All right. So, what's your go-to music now? What's your
Clutch?
What?
Clutch.
Clutch. Oh yeah.
Yep. Put it in the Spotify. Pull it up. Every song's a banger. You're welcome.
Indeed. And what's your guilty pleasure music?
Like, you were talking to a weird person with that, because this exists. All right, and then there's this. Okay, and I'm not going to play any more of that because I don't know how far you want to go on your show. But like, when you say like guilty pleasures, this is a hard one, being around Royce Lopez. So yeah, I don't know. Right now, the flavor of the week is this fucking Creed song, and I'm not happy with that, but it's okay. It's all right. Every time he makes $100 doing it, I will endure for my buddy. That's it. So I mean, yeah. Weird music? Nah. Then you could be like, yeah, I love Lady Gaga. Nah, you heard this black guy singing about incest? Yeah, it's one of those weird, especially with music. Because like, there's not a song that you can't play that I will find a reason to either A, listen to it to tear it apart, or B, annoy somebody else with it, which is way more fun.
All right, so this is the part where I ask you, do you remember the first time you got a hard-on? You connected it to like a chick, right? I'm not talking about spontaneous, like piss hard. On the bus and
be like, yo, I saw this chick over here, and she got these dimples on her legs, and my dick was just getting hard. What do you want? Like,
well, I mean, I don't know.
It was the first time that I realized I could stick it somewhere. I had a babysitter. I won't go into that story. You can fucking make whatever story up you want, but there's a couple of babysitters that were fun.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
All right. So what about the first time? What about the first time you got fucked up? What was that like?
Fucked up.
Fucked up.
Probably had like, my uncle throws these July 4th parties, and like he wasn't one of these weird uncles, you know what I mean, before you go there, but he had a cabin out in the middle of the woods, and every July 4th he gets like a band to come out there and play, and they fucking got barbecue pit, and there's like 200 or 300 fucking people.
Damn.
And when I was like maybe 12 or 13, it was one of those where everybody got too drunk, and then everybody on the premises ended up somehow getting drunk. And yeah, that was probably the first time I got fucking ripped. And then there's like other times with friends, you know, where we did the cooler beer and then got stuck out in the middle of the woods somewhere because none of us were good enough to try and drive home and try. Most of that was we didn't want to hit a deer. It had nothing to do with getting arrested, but around here in Virginia, the deer are ridiculous. But yeah, that's probably the earliest. And then when I realized I loved marijuana was like 14. And then from then on, it's been, yeah. I couldn't really tell you a day that I didn't have access to it.
So did you get stoned the first time you smoked, or did it take a couple times?
No, it was first time.
It took me a couple times.
Right. Yeah. And then, you know, from there.
Back in the day, we used to, you know, get an ounce for, you know, $35 and be half seeds and shit.
Yeah, see, I couldn't do that, man. I've taken bags back to motherfuckers and be like, you see this? That's a no, dog. Like, right. No.
But back in the day, man, well, nowadays, you know, it was like, you know, it was, you know, they had what they had, you know.
Right. Oh, I remember those days. I don't miss them at all. I love going into the candy store. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel you, man. I totally.
I come out with cheesecake and Italian ice and 2 different kinds of motherfucking dabs, and yeah, I like going to the candy store. Back in the day, but I do remember back in the day. You get what you get. And you're gonna shut up, and you're not gonna do anything about it. Because if you do, I'm gonna smack you in your face. I remember those days.
That's right.
But hey, you know, what I get for 35 versus what you get for 35 now is way different.
Absolutely.
Shit I get nowadays, you even look at it cross-eyed and it fucking gets you.
All right, so talk about your relationship, marriage, kids, that thing.
All right. Old lady. I dated her in high school, right? And then we didn't really necessarily break up or anything. We just kind of stopped hanging out with each other for a little while. And I moved to Florida, still talked to her while I was down there, right? She ended up having a kid with some other dude, which I don't give a shit. You know, we weren't together then. I was in Florida, all right, with money and drugs. Don't worry about me, you know. Didn't really have any relationships down there because, I don't know, man, I didn't have time for it. It was just not something. It was something that I could do because I could go to the bar and find a woman, but it got to the point where, like, I didn't really care. I was too busy doing other shit. And then I finally got burnt out of that and moved back. And then the old lady, well, I came back and bought a place. And then I literally was unloading the U-Haul. And the old lady pulled up and was at my house for like 3 days. And then from then, she's just not left.
Wow.
And that was almost 16 years ago to the day.
Fantastic. Well, good, man.
Because I moved back on the day after Thanksgiving of 06 is when I finally said, fuck it. I'm moving back home. Because it was just, dude, I was spending like $1,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment in the middle of Orlando and not having any fucking fun or life, just going to do all this shit. And I'm sitting here like looking at what I have and looking at where I could go and how much it would cost me to stay there. And I was just like, fuck it. And I moved back to Virginia. And then, like I said, the old lady just kind of moved in and she never left. And she's still here today. Right now, she's downstairs sleeping.
Sweet.
Because she's got to go to work tonight.
Well, it's good to have a woman, man. You know?
Oh, dude, yeah. And I can't even complain. My old lady's fucking awesome. Like,
indeed.
She puts up with my shit, and I can call her a cunt to her face, and she's fine with it. That really is the only iota. The first time I did it, she punched me, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
I don't know if I can go that far, man, and live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've always been one of them motherfuckers that I can't pull. Like, you're lucky. I've developed a no N and F-bomb droppage. But aside from that, my mouth is always just, I could say whatever. Thanks, Mom. Thanks a lot. Mouthy.
All right. So this is where you kind of shift gears and kind of get out of your personal life and shit and kind of talk about like, all right, so what's your favorite horror film? Who's your favorite horror director? Do you like horror movies at all?
Hellraiser for sure. Director, I don't know, man. A lot of people hate on him, but I really liked House of a Thousand Corpses, and I like the Rob Zombie aesthetic. So I'm gonna say the trendy thing and say Rob Zombie is director.
I love the Firefly trilogy.
Yeah, like that whole thing, and just like as far as being, because everyone go, oh, Clive Barker, I love Clive Barker. I mean, that's great, man. I ain't got no problem with them. I love horror, right? But I don't know, man. I just always felt the connection with that fucking dude, and he's just always like House of a Thousand Corpses is really good. I love Hellraiser. You know, I've got a fucking NECA collection of horror going right now behind me. If you ever look behind me in my show, all those little boxes you see are all figures because I'm a grown man child that buys toys.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, like the only one I have up here that's not really horror is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's Shredder, so he's the villain making it a horror movie.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I don't know. I love horror. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like all the classics and the hits. I'm like Pessy. I'll watch all the shitty ones. Like I love Trauma.
Poltergeist and shit.
Poltergeist and fucking
Toxic Avenger. You know the remake.
Toxic.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man.
Okay. But is the right people involved? Let me ask you that. And well, is this a let me ask you this. Is this a blockbuster remake, or are we going for the same feel and aesthetic?
Hold on a second. I'll pull it out.
Secondly, let me ask you, will there be titties? Because that's important. I think all trauma films must have some horror 80s terrible boob job titties in it. But I mean, are they going to spiff it up? You know, is it going to be something it's not? I don't know if I want that. I think Hellraiser's due for a remake, even though people would hate that, but I think it's due.
I tell you a movie, man, that would that needs to be redone is Scanners.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of Cronenberg's older shit, man. They rebooted. They tried to reboot. Oh shit, I can't remember that. It's Contagion, I think, is the name of the movie. But yeah, I'm a big Cronenberg freak, so that's why I know that shit. All right, so Toxic Avenger. Let's see.
Like if it's a full-on trauma remake, I'm in, just as long as, you know, as long as the right people are involved.
Yeah, it's Legendary and Trauma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage is playing the Toxic Avenger.
Okay, all right. See, now you're speaking my language. You're telling me a midget main character. See, now I don't care what it is. There's a midget there. So
you're in for it, man.
Now you have my seal of I'll watch it.
Holy shit! Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood. So yeah.
All right. So, but is it if it's still shitty? It needs to be shitty quality. I cannot have them making a good trauma film. It's just not.
Yeah, don't make it art. Please don't make.
No.
To make it art, man.
No. Just make the movie. You know what you're supposed to do with it.
Fun.
Zach and Miko is great. All right.
That's crazy.
All right, I like Zach. He's a fellow fat man. So.
All right. So here's a question: what doesn't exist but should?
Doesn't exist, but should. Let's see here. A money tree would be fantastic. But I mean, stupid shit like that. I don't know. Because like, if it's supposed to exist, shouldn't it? That's what I'm saying. So it should already be here. That's kind of a weird, loaded question because like you want me to pull.
It's like, one of those AI questions.
Yeah, Snuffleupagus was in my youth, right? But he's not real. So can I say that's the best thing that exists but doesn't?
That's a good question.
Because all right, if that's the case, Puff the Magic Dragon, Falcor, like I mean, what? I don't know. That's an existential question that you can like stretch out like putty and just do what you want.
Here's a legit one. What part of history do you find most interesting?
Most interesting? The Confederacy. I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. History is one of those weird things where if you don't pay attention to all of it, like you're kind of just fucking yourself. So, I mean, as far as most interesting, I like the video games that go back to the World Wars. You know, those are kind of fun. But I mean that's the correlation I have to that time is like video games and what we learned in high school or what they forced us to sit through, you know. So, you know, it's a lot of programming there. Did things happen? Did they? Didn't they? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
6 million. Come on now. Let's have that discussion. 6 million.
I want to respond.
Don't go there, right?
I want to respond to Dr. Cringe.
Right.
Right, is like a Reanimator is almost a comedy. He says the deal is that the story was a comedy, and the movie is definitely a comedy. So yeah, in my opinion, it's great horror. But the book is a little bit different, but it's more like the second movie in places that they directly drew from the story that time. The first one was not really. It's just taking bits and pieces from the story. But it's good reading, man. It's fun. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. Sorry.
You're good.
But
I mean, I could go off about how fucking Brain Scan is one of the greatest movies of all time, but you know, we ain't got all day.
Brain Scan?
Brain Scan.
I've never heard of that.
Edward Furlong. Have fun. You're welcome. Brain Scan.
Okay. What about? All right. So, what's your favorite science fiction movie? Legit.
I was always, again, like the Aliens, the Predators. I grew up in the 90s, so pretty much all the ones that came through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-Frankenstein. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love Frankenstein. I do. But, like, I grew up with the Gremlins, so.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that's good stuff, but that's not quite science fiction.
Fair. I mean, dude, it's kind of science.
Yeah, I guess. I was thinking.
Are you meaning
like RoboCop?
Oh yeah, everybody was RoboCop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Or Predator. That's sci-fi to me, but also horror. You know, Alien is definitely horror and sci-fi put together. Yeah, it's good fusion. Yeah.
I mean, lately, Raised by Wolves was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed that. This is a movie with the dumb fuck on the moon with the potatoes. Fucking stupid John. Fuck. Moon or some shit like that. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
As far as like being stuck in space.
Yeah, like the dude's like a janitor up on the moon. All he did was kind of janitorial shit and maintenance. And then he would get replaced with it ended up he was a clone and it would kept being replaced.
Just that idea of like science fiction, I guess is
that's kind of cool.
Where I would go nowadays, but I don't know.
Have you ever seen Event Horizon?
Yes, fantastic movie.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's good.
One of the best written movies of all fucking time because there are no flaws in it, except the ending. Because I really thought Event Horizon 2 should have been a thing, and we should have like gone down the rest of that. But
I agree.
You know, we sometimes we don't get things. We get them once, and then it's over.
Yes.
That the final part where like the dude's standing there all ripped to hell because he came through hell. That shit literally scared the piss out of me when I was a little kid. I'm not a little kid, but I'm saying like that was one of those horror movie. Holy shit, you know?
Yes. Oh man.
Now, worst thing to ever happen to me during a movie? Here you go. So, all right. Remember Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes.
All right. So I decided, and this is where I learned a very valuable lesson. I decided that we would watch Pan's Labyrinth one night. And this is back in the day when you lay down on the couch and the old lady lays down next to you. And you're just chilling, right? Watching the movie. And she's hating it because it's fucking subtitles and she hates reading. But, I mean, she's still in it because it's, you know. So they get to that part with the fucking dude with the ice, you know, in his hands.
Yeah.
We're watching that scene. And then they start going to go out the fucking thing. And this is where I learned something. Never watch a horror movie or anything that'll jump scare anyone around my old lady and be within 10 feet of her. She jumped up. The moment, like, where the eyes come at the door closing is the exact moment that I'm talking about. When that happened, she jumped up and Ric Flair elbow dropped my testicles into next month. And it was like a month of hurting because I watched a fucking movie with my old lady. And we learned a lesson. We don't watch movies next to each other anymore. She sits over here, I sit over here. You know, I don't do the jump scare thing with her anymore. So, oh yeah. And the other thing, we have to watch horror movies during the day. That's fun, right? So the old lady kind of ruined for it. Yeah. But with understanding that I don't want to go through that either. So, because, yeah, she gets all scared. And she's like, you're coming to bed tonight. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I was going to stay up and shoot things.
No doubt.
But, yeah, I've learned hard lessons over my life.
Yeah. Well, all right, so what's your favorite TV series?
The Wire.
Dude, I watched that. All right. I watched you. Who were you going against?
Mersh.
It was Mersh, right?
And I fucked that up too, man. I should have won that. No bullshit. Like, I had the kill shot on him like several times. Still, I fucked that up.
Well, who's your favorite character on The Wire?
He's a gay F slur by Omar.
Omar, dude.
Just because he's the best story in the entire thing, you know. Yep. And then it carries over, and Michael's the new Omar. So I mean, it could have. They They left it open to where they could have done so much, but we had to do the whore thing in New York. That's fine.
All right, so my favorite episode is the one that opens with Snoop buying a nail gun.
Yeah,
dude, that is ridiculously cool.
She just look at her and said, "It's the baddest motherfucker on the planet."
She go, "Yeah, I've been schooled." She's telling Chris about it. It's like, it's like so my favorite character though, if I legit want to be honest, is probably, I really like Omar a lot. I like Brother Muzzoni.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No nonsense, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Just get to it and get the fuck out. You know?
Where's my cartas? You better bring my cartas.
Yeah. What's the most dangerous thing? A black man with a library card? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, a black man with a library card.
Exactly. Great delivery. It sounds just like him. I love that. And then Bunky, man, I like him.
Yeah,
man. Shit.
Bunk was good. Bunk was the whole reason why that series was awesome, like musically wise. That dude, if you ever look him up, Wendell, I think is his name, the amount of shit that he's done for like people. When people get rich, man, they either fucking do stuff for the world or they kill themselves. That's usually how it works.
Right.
And as you can see, Bunk fucking, even in the real world, fucking made sure that, he taught people the music, or he had a message. I love Omar, but it wasn't much of a message with him. It was, give me your shit or I'm gonna shoot you. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I'm glad I asked you that, man, because I knew that would probably be an answer.
I can say Breaking Bad. I can say a whole lot of other ones, but man, The Wire is just one of those that every year I have to watch it for some reason. And I still haven't figured it out, but
dude, it draws me back in too. It's really weird. There's a couple of series I'm noticing since the lockdown. I'm watching a lot of shit.
I get stuck watching so much dumb shit with the old lady. Like, have you ever seen 1,000-Pound Sisters? Oh, that'll make you feel real good about your situations.
No.
Oh, God, dude, she watched all that Honey Boo Boo shit, and I'm just sitting here through all of it. Like, this is a reason why I have a big screen and my own audio channel so I could switch off, and she don't even know I got a fucking earpiece in and I'm listening to the football game or whatever the fuck else. I'm one of those I could do, like, 8 things at one time. So, like, this entire time, I've been watching Green Bay in L.A.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, sound off. I don't need the sound. Who the fuck wants to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman anyways?
Yeah. See, I'm a college dude. So it's like
I'm a college dude, too. Like, I love college football. Fuck you. You almost lost yesterday.
Dude,
you almost lost.
Tell me about it.
Good. Did you about shit your pants?
Man, it's like my cardiologist would have been fucking mad as hell at me because I was up and down. I'm sure.
Yeah, see, they got me handled on that. I got Lisnapro and a Tenol, which that's like the baby intro to probably what you're taking now. But yeah, dude, I'm a Penn State fan, so I'm not going to be happy for the next 10 years because for some reason we gave a mediocre coach $73 million. It's a fucking great idea, wasn't it?
Dude.
He can't even win a fucking game. So, like, yeah, you're spoiled over there with Alabama where y'all have, like, a chance every year. Like, I'm fucked for the next 10 years. I love college football,
dude.
But...
Oh, man, I remember the Penn State, the goal line stand, fucking national championship. Was the Sugar Bowl.
Where we won. Yeah.
Was it a Sugar Bowl?
I believe so, yes. It was the Sugar Bowl.
That was ridiculous.
But, I mean, dude, that was college. That's still college football to this day. I'd rather watch that than NFL. NFL, they get all fucking, uppity, and then they don't want to play. You don't see as good at games versus, like, college, where it's like I could watch fucking Army play Liberty or whoever the fuck's playing, and it'll be an interesting game because there's people actually, like, playing for the game.
Yeah, they're playing with emotion. Right, exactly. Yeah. It's pretty
because,
cool.
like, dude, that's literally, like, this whole time of the year is just nothing but football. Because, like, again, man, on a Thursday night, I'll go out and do a game. I'll go out and do a game on Friday. Saturday will be a college game, and then it's on to the next week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I'm talking, like, high school, fucking all the way down to the little kid shit, And watching that, when you see a kid go from playing in Little League to playing in high school to playing in college to then, you know, being on fucking Dancing with the Stars. That'll tell you the last one that I saw. Mr. Jennings. I watched him come up through. It's way more fun to watch it like that when you got that personal connection.
Yeah, really. Indeed, man.
But I don't know. I hate Bama because you guys are so fucking spoiled. But I'll tell you, at the same time,
you know, it's like Saban went on this rant, and the truth is, man, it's the only people that bitch about how they win are Alabama fans.
Yeah.
That you know, and they have a tendency to. They used to sit on their hands, but they, you know, when Saban came, it was such a relief because we had Mike Shula before that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we would almost win just about every game we played, and then we
and I keep sitting here thinking Bear Bryant would have just laughed at every single one in that room.
No shit. Well, you know, Bear was a different. They lost. I can't remember who they had played, but it was somebody like I want to say it's like an Ole Miss game or some shit, and they almost lost, and he lined them up. And made them like get on all fours, and he went and kicked each one of those defensive guys in the ass.
Yeah, we can't have that nowadays. If Nick Saban did that, it would be on the goddamn news the next morning.
Yes,
Nick Saban kicks everybody in the ass.
That's a great story though, man. Bears. My old man was like a fucking like a Bear addict and aficionado. And you know, and here's the truth, and I tell people this, they think I'm full of shit, but the truth is I knew who Bear Bryant was before I knew who Santa Claus was.
In that area, like, yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah,
because mine is Joe Paterno. So
absolutely,
growing up,
see, there you go.
Yeah, I get that because you know, and you had a good ending where he just died. I had to go through all the horse shit we had to go through, and I will say it's horse shit. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying, man, you're expecting a fucking 70-something-year-old football coach to play fucking child predator investigator? Get out of here. You know? Get the fucking people that did it. All right? You got him? Cool.
Right.
But you got to tarnish a man's fucking 50-year legacy over that shit.
Right. Why didn't the athletic director get, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
he got jail time. The athletic detector and the motherfucking president, the two that covered it up, they got jail time. What? So... yeah, I get it because, and he's a controversial figure nowadays, I guess, because of that. But what the fuck did you expect?
Right?
Are you expecting football coaches to fucking do all that now? Everybody's somebody that they're not. That's what the problem is. Nobody specializes in anything anymore. They want to be jacks of all trades and shit. I wouldn't want a football coach fucking investigating child predator shit. What the fuck's wrong with people?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That was just I don't know. You know, it's like because he was such a fucking he was one of the icons. He was like Barry. He was an icon, man.
Dude, that dude built children's hospitals. Like, what the fuck? And it wasn't to do anything that his fucking guy that he fired 10 years ago was doing. Like, a lot of people don't realize what these people do behind the scenes, man, till they see it, you know? And then when they see it, they're like, oh, all right, cool, he is a nice person.
That shit shouldn't have fallen all on his own thing.
No. But whatever. You know, that's football. It's happened more times over than anything, man. You know? It's fucking everywhere. How about we just say that?
Yeah, and I want to take a moment to say, man, please, if you feel like tossing some shekels, that's a good thing. My Stream Elements is down below. You can buy me coffee, like it, or iced tea. It's you know. It's
I'm not as big of a draw as AP. Sorry.
No, man, you're doing great, man. No, but all right. So we just got $5 from Brian Hinkie. He wants. Can you tell us the origins of 44420?
So everybody remembers the NWO, right?
Yeah.
Like 444 Life. I don't know. You probably don't watch wrestling, do you?
Not really.
All right. So the NWO used to have the fucking song, and it'd be 444 Life. Well, I just took it and made it 44420. A lot of people got confused because when I come around the RTC community, it was a little bit, it was already used by somebody, the 444, because it was Joe DeRosa and all them.
Right.
So it kind of got co-opted by them, but I've been doing that for a while before that. Honestly, it was just a catchphrase, because you know, you had the old, hey, everybody hit at the same time, and marketing wise, I couldn't bring up what I used to do back in the day, because back in the day it used to be dead babies, so that's not really marketable. I don't know. I don't know how to market dead babies.
That's a little.
So I had to change it, and that was a drunken night of insanity as well by a former co-host that just from out of nowhere starts screaming dead babies every time he takes a drink. And then it kind of just stuck there, and then I had to make it marketable, so the 44420 came out.
Sweet.
And then since then it's been co-opted and fucking thrown all over the place. It just is what it is. It's a thing.
Yeah. And you know, and it fits the vibe of your show and everything, man. I think that the aesthetic is marvelous. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, have you ever won anything in a contest? Have you ever won a contest?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
have you ever won a contest?
A contest? Like, I've won tournaments in sports and shit like that. Like, is that what you're talking?
Sure.
I was number one in the state until, yep, you guessed it, I failed a drug test in the state of Virginia of wrestling. So, like, growing up,
you were
again,
real wrestle.
Yeah, I was a sports guy again. I keep going back to that, but I really was I'm Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. Like, that's what it is. I grew up a jock and then somehow became a nerd, so. But yeah, I've won some wrestling tournaments. I've won back in middle school. You know how they have those like fairs where they just fucking do a bunch of paint your face and dunk boosts and shit. I won a little toy monster truck from one of the toys from there. So I don't know, that might be a contest. I don't know.
Yeah,
it sounds right.
Yeah, I would call it a contest. Sure. Right. All right. So, what about? You ever play video games?
Have I ever played video games? No.
Yeah. Okay. What about? All right, so, what about anime?
No, don't do anime. I am a video games guy. I was lying to you. I was just. Okay. I play a lot of video games, man. Battlefield, fucking Left 4 Dead, all that shit.
What's your current favorite?
Right now I'm playing Battlefield, but that's only because I'm trying to figure it out. But I play like 8 games at the same time, so it's really just whatever gets cut on.
Gotcha. All right. So we shift gears. All right, so, do you have any scars, tattoos, or piercings?
No tattoos, no piercings, plenty of scars. Did various shit. Like injuries, broken shoulders where the bone comes out the clavicle, like all those fun ones, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I busted my shoulder up quite a few times, busted my knees. Yeah, and I mean, yeah. Does cancer count?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Put that on there.
So talk about that.
I have, so when your body creates blood, all right, there is a chance for it to create too much of it and too much of a certain type of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when it does that, it gets stuck in places, and the place that it decided to go to in my body was my back. So somewhere around 06 or 07 it's the reason why I stopped fucking going like to all this shit. I had to fucking back everything back down. But yeah, that was bad timing. But no, it just congeals in my back, and just it's been a whole like 10-15 years now of dealing with this shit. And it's not something that will kill me, you know, per se. But it's just one of those fucking things I got to deal with for the rest of my life.
Right.
And that's fun, you know. Especially when they talk about putting giant needles in your back. That's fun.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got a lot of fun stuff coming up. January's going to be fun. But it is what it is, man. You got to do that shit or you're not here anymore, so.
That's right.
You either fucking man up and do that shit or, you know, be a little bitch and die. Take your pick.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, it's a family hereditary thing. My granny lived to be like 90-some with it, so it's just one of those fun things. So get to a certain part in your life, and your body goes, "You're done. You're retired. Have fun."
Mr. Scott J87 sends $5 and says, "Cheer up. At least you're not in Nebraska and beat the record of the most single-digit losses in a season."
Your coach sucks. I know.
Damn.
That was a rough year, and you lose every game by a touchdown. Yeah, it was great.
Man.
College football, baby.
Do you have any strange collections?
Strange collections. I got pipes and bowls. I collect action figures. I have an entire room of Beanie Babies. Thanks, Mom. I don't know. I got collections of things.
Nice.
But weird, I don't know. Like, I don't collect teeth or anything like that. or like hairs of women.
Baby's teeth.
Yeah, I collect women panties. I love to sniff them 10 years later.
All right. In 40 years, what do you think people will be nostalgic for?
Nowadays? Or nostalgic?
40 years from now.
I don't know, because if you look 40 years back, I think we just kind of repeat a cycle. Because, like, right now we're in this 80s cycle where it's the 80s again. And it just seems like, all right, we'll go 80s and then we'll go 90s and then we'll do this fucking weird thing. And then just every couple of years we do it. But at this point in time, there's like so much weird woke shit that I'm not sure either the next generation is going to get tired of that and go full bore the other way. It's like that pendulum, you know, it's going to swing back the other way and be hard. So I don't know, man. 40 years is a long fucking time to try and predict, you know? So what are they going to be nostalgic for then? I don't know. Nike tennis shoes, probably the same thing everybody is nowadays. You know, we're all obsessed with gadgets and fucking clothes, and I don't think the human mind will really get that much different between now and then. But then again, they say acceleration and everything, so every 10 years it's supposed to do something. So, I don't know.
Well, what's something that everyone likes that you don't?
Right now, the gays. I mean, everybody likes them, but I'm not a fan. I don't really. I'm just kidding. Ice cream. I don't know, man. I'm a diabetic, so I don't do a whole lot of sugary shit. So
okay, wow.
No candy.
You know, Trippy, my friend, is diabetic as well.
Yeah.
We co-host the show together.
Right on.
We hang
I'll give him a woo woo. I'm not even a juggalo, but here you go, woo woo. But
I never got into them either.
Hey, look, man. I made a lot of money with them, so I don't care. I love them. I love juggalos, man. They show up and spend money on concerts. It's great.
Right?
Family, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
That's right. More sugar for Ken of the North to make more videos.
All right. So if you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what would you ask?
Absolute truth of life itself, or it's weird. 42.
What's the most useless talent you have?
Useless talent. I don't know. I'm pretty good at fucking. I'm just saying it's pretty useless. I don't know talents. I don't know. I can throw things pretty far, like midgets. I don't know. I'm pretty good at being an asshole. Is that a talent?
If you could, all right. So, what would somebody label you as an expert at?
Marijuana. I mean, simple answer.
I knew that was coming, dude. I knew that was coming.
I mean, it's so simple. I don't have to think about an answer. Because, like, if you go expert with me, that's kind of I think I'm an expert at a lot of things, but I know I'm not.
Right. What's the
There you go. Shouting at clouds, JJ. Talking is your useless talent. Thanks, Mom.
Really?
Right.
Man. Let's see. What is something that you recently learned that everyone else already knew?
Dabs. I guess dabs would be a good one. That's a whole different world of smoking pot that I've gotten into in the last 6 months. So, and I feel like everybody else knew how to do it before I got into it. So,
okay.
But now that I'm into it, I have like 8 kinds, and I'm about to buy more. So it's a hobby. I like it. It's fun.
So on your videos, what do you get the most comments about?
Bitching about things usually. That's well, not bitching about things, but people like to talk trash in comments. I don't get a whole lot of after comments. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mine's more of a live experience, and then to say that I read all of chat is a lie. Like at 34, it's manageable. You could read everything, but as soon as you get up to double, triple that, or even you get into a daywave chat, it's a fucking impossible to read all that.
Well, and you're also running your own production, right?
Yeah. I do everything by myself.
Yeah, there's also that aspect.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've got when I run a show, I've got two different chats rolling and a restream chat and fucking 4 screens. So I mean, there's a whole lot of autism involved in one of these shows. I miss the days of doing it on one laptop and just fucking one laptop and a board and you're done. Be great to go back to that, but now I got to know how to do video and all the other fun shit, and then you have to find the videos. That's even more fun.
It's like it's like a OBS that's got a new little I don't know, you would say plug-in, where you can that's how I go to Odyssey. I use Restream to go to YouTube, D-Live and Twitch, and then I go to Odyssey through that thing. It works really well, and I probably could go to the other 3 that way too, but
everything to do with Odyssey's been a pain in the ass, and I want to support them because they are good dudes, but I can't. To connect to it is so completely retarded, or at least it was. If they've changed it, more power to it, because I'll give this to Odyssey. They have changed a lot. But as a guy that uses a platform, man, I hate splitting the audience. I fucking hate doing it. I was always a one, you're coming here or not. That's why I was on D-Live for so goddamn long. And even then, making the choice to split from that kind of fucked me, and it still kind of did me good too, because now I'm monetized and all that bullshit. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is splitting your audience. And at this level of the game, man, you need as many people in one place as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because when you start splitting it up and you got 2 different tribes and then D-Live and YouTube. But then again, sometimes that's good because it'll split up people that don't like each other. And that's the other hard part about this, is trying to stay fucking neutral with everybody and not piss everybody off. That's the hardest part of this.
Yeah. That's hard.
Like staying relevant to everybody is not easy.
Right.
Because you got some people that are like, oh, I hate that you do this content. Okay, well, I'll try not to do that. And then like a week later, you got another person, I miss this. It's like, well, fuck.
I don't know, man. It's like when it comes to, I will take criticism, of course. But pretty much, I go with shit that entertains me. If it doesn't entertain me, I'm not doing it, man. It's just a waste of time. Not having fun,
Yeah.
Right. All right. So
that
go ahead.
And that's going from like my own little fucking warhouse, over when I do a show by myself versus me when I'm on Daywave. 2 entirely different fucking people, Daywave guy's a producer. He just he's background and fucking making content and bringing shit to the show. When you do this shit solo, it's a whole different fucking animal. Because if something fucks up and you don't have a screen pulled up right, they'll be like, oh, well, I can't see. Okay, well, man, I'll fix that. But I'm sorry, man. I'm at a goddamn space station. I have more buttons than a lot of fucking airplanes at this fucking point. And to get it all to fucking work right and look good ain't fucking easy. Like, and that's with multiple chains. Like you stay on one screen, it's easy for you, right? But to flip over and show a video and have that all set up, and then remembering to do that after you've smoked, yourself retarded every show. Because
no, well, I do have a clip show that I run.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then, you get it then.
Yeah, it's but I don't have a second camera. I like the couch camera.
Right.
I don't know. I used to watch that Goat channel, so you know me, man. I like critters.
And see, I had someone the other day, can you add another camera? I want to see you packing bowls. And I'm like, that's a little weird, but whatever. Sure. I want to see how you make a dab. I'm like, okay, I'll try and make that work. And literally, I've got the other camera just sitting there. I haven't done it because I'm like, oh, this is...
All right, so what are your top 5 snacks?
Top 5 snack. All right, motherfucking beef jerky, number 1. Let's just go there. Number 2... I'm going to have to give a shout out to Butterfinger. Number 3 would be my privileged pretzels. Number 4 is the expensive meat, but the reason why they're 4 and not 1 is because they're expensive. And number 5, pickles. Good pickles. Like I'm talking the horseradish boar's head pickles.
Fuck yeah.
And hot sauces. Hot sauces coming in at number 6.
Oh yeah, man. Have you tried that Tabasco Scorpion?
Not the Scorpion, but I'm in love with the smoke.
Yeah, dude.
I got to put the smoke on everything.
I love the Scorpion. And my wife found a Big Lots a fucking ghost pepper sauce for fucking $1.50.
Right.
A killer deal. All right, so this is the point where I asked you what's called the Lipton questions. James Lipton was this dude that did a show called Inside the Actor's Studio, where he would go in depth for 2 or 3 hours with somebody like Charlton Heston,
Matt Damon,
Matt Damon. Well, he probably more like Nicholson, Tom Cruise, people like that, right? And he would ask every one of them. The same set of questions, and I like to do that. He died right before the lockdown. It was not of the coof. He was just old as fuck. He was like 94 years old when he died. So this is my homage to him because he has the influence. Mostly Tom Snyder is my influence, y'all. Little Joe Rogan.
Mine's Don Geronimo and Lex and Terry.
And Lipton. So all right, so we'll start out, and it's kind of like just first thing that comes to your head. What's your favorite word?
Hunt.
What's your least favorite word?
Well, this week it's Marlin Sore.
All right, so what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Marijuana.
What turns you off?
Man's buttholes.
What's your favorite curse word?
Am I allowed to say it here?
Absolutely.
Cunt. I'll just go back with cunt and say cunt. I say cunt a lot.
Yeah. The Canucks get it. All right, so let's see. What sound or noise do you love?
Have you ever heard a woman come like a dolphin?
No.
Okay, well that sound, if you ever hear it, you'll know it and you'll smile and be like, yeah, he was right.
Hey, yeah. What sound or noise do you hate?
Fucking anything getting broke. Like, you know that loud bang that you hear and you never know what it is, and it's like, oh fuck. That sound. The sound of dread of what just broke. Living in a house with 3 dogs, shit breaks a lot because they're fat asses.
Yeah. All right, so what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I've tried just about everything I've wanted. Male stripper doesn't really need to happen because me and a G-string ain't gonna happen. So gigolo's out too. I don't know. I always wanted to do like the cameraman shit. at like an NFL or an NCAA game.
Oh,
I'd like to do that. Like that was one of the things that I was always like striving to get to, but I never got there. So that.
Would you like to drive that cam?
Yeah,
the flying
drive
cam?
the little cam. Yeah. Any of no, I've flown that one. I've learned how to do all that shit. I just never. That was one of the things that I didn't get around to, like actually achieving, like getting into, like and I've got it set up now that I probably will achieve this before I die. But you know, it's just one of those things I didn't get done. I feel like I've left to do. I'm gonna do that.
So what profession would you not like to do?
Bathroom attendant, because I don't want to smell people's shit. So that's out. I'm never going back to pizza delivery ever again. That's not happening. There's a lot of things I won't do.
All right. So if heaven exists, what would you like God? What would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gate?
Welcome, I guess. I don't know. Not kicking me out would be fantastic.
Right.
Like looking at me and say, hey, remember when you did that? Honestly, man, I kind of hope we get to a point. Do you remember the old Albert Brooks movie? What was the fucking name of it? Defending Your Life or some shit like that. It had Meryl Streep in it. That was always a cool way that I thought heaven and hell would exist.
Right?
Like, you go there, you have to sit there and watch videos of your life. Say why you made the decision or not, and then someone else goes, all right, you can go. Like that always seemed like a fair way to do it. I just really want to go. I just really want to go to the past lives pavilion.
You know that's right. All right, so let's. It's time for the chat to start throwing their questions in, and we've already got one. Who is better representation of Southern culture, me or J.J. Stoner?
Well, you're further south and probably more southern than me, so I'll go ahead. I'm not a great.
What do you mean by dandy? I don't know if I like that word or not. I don't know.
Proper and dandy?
Yeah, he says, IRATE prostate is a bit of a dandy.
Like I said, like you strike me as a little bit more of a southerner than me. Like, and I can answer that by, all right, how much shit on a shingle do you put on a shingle if a shingle has shit?
Oh, loaded.
See, there you go.
Covered and smothered.
Covered and smothered, and that's why. And he already knows that shit. So I mean, you know, that's more than me. Like because here's the secret. All right, my parents are from Pennsylvania. The only reason why I was born here in Virginia is because my dad got a job down here, and we happened to be here. So, like, I'm way more of a northerner in terms of like getting raised. So, yeah, we did the whole, you know. I put you know, ketchup on my eggs and shit, and like there's a whole lot of shit that you don't do as a southerner.
Oh, I do. I do that too. It's ground eggs.
Yeah. And then you go up there and they're like, y'all, what the fuck did you just say? And I'm like, y'all? What the fuck does that mean? No, y'all, all of y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We were down with that fucking that pronoun shit before it was cool. You know?
Why does JJ put barbecue sauce on red meat? Because motherfucker, don't knock it till you try it.
Hey man, sounds good to me. Yeah, barbecue sauce always makes shit taste better. I'm just saying. I saw something all right, what's the last time you accidentally shit your pants? Well, nil?
Good Lord. College. And after that, I ended up finding out I had bronchitis and strep throat at the same time, and I just happened to be sick as shit. So, yeah, college. It's been a while.
All right, so what is your favorite type of weed?
Strong weed? I mean, I got a lot of favorites, man. I like the lemons. I like anything that's lemons. Right now, I'm loving on this lemon cello dab I've got. I've also got some Skywalker OG. I have a little cheesecake, and I got to tell you something. and people know this is coming, but I have this little stash called CBDX. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, so everyone links in the description, fam.
Yeah, CBDX. I don't know if y'all ever tried it, but it's not CBD. It's THC. It's Delta 8. And it's fantastic. And I happen to smoke it every day. I need to re-up. So when I need to re-up, I'm going to go to CBDX.com, put in the code 44420, get 20% off and a free gift. And also I'm an influencer, so I get a whole lot of other stuff too. But we won't talk about that until you get to influencer stage. CBDX, they're my favorite. Ka-ching.
I'm just gonna say I've been doing Delta 8 shit like since I don't know, March.
Yeah, a long time, man. And not even just CBD. Like marijuana's always been good to me, man. Either selling it on the side to make some scrap money, or or fucking where I'm at now, where I'm like fucking literally nationally broadcasted and doing that shit. Like weed's amazing. I love weed. That's my whole aura is based off of. So I mean,
right?
Again, favorite weed right now, Italian Ice.
Ken of the North wants to know what's the longest you've gone without weed?
Do what now?
What's the longest you've gone without any weed?
I don't understand the question.
I get it.
Wait, so hold on. There's people that go without it?
Yeah, we call it being dry.
That's a shame.
It is.
Wait, dry? What is that?
Well, and I want to stress that we are not advocating doing anything illegal in this conversation.
Well, CBDX.com is fully legal in 39 states.
Yeah, it's legal in my state as well. That's what I love about it. It's funny because
the last time I did have weed, we're talking probably middle school, high school-ish.
Yeah.
Because again, I've always been an entrepreneur, and I'm not talking about doing anything illegal, at least not in my state, because it's called sharing. But yeah, I've always had a great business relationship with marijuana. So gives me highs and stick to whiskey. Hey, look, you do whatever gets your rocks off, man. I used to be a whiskey guy until I made terrible decisions on some tequila one night, and then I decided all of it's shit.
Dude. Did you have the next day that tequila hangover where everything tasted like tequila?
Everything tastes like tequila, the puke, the shit, the piss. Why am I drinking
cigarettes,
pee? Water, everything.
God damn. That was the worst hangover I've ever had. What do you think about the Little League team being banned from the playoffs for being too good?
I mean, every kid should play, I'm not saying they shouldn't. But should you pull your starters after you scored 21 in the first quarter? Probably. So, I mean, it really depends on what that Little League team was doing. Like, were they being dicks and running the score up?
Right. Were they rutzing them? Yeah.
Like, are they being respectable? Are they literally, like, are they trying to teach? You know what I mean? Or they're just being dicks? I've seen teams walk off. It's funny. A lot more regularly here, too. Like, I watched a high school team walk off, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
What's your fascination with midgets all about?
One day, I decided that, hey, I need to fill some content on a Wednesday. And a lot of the videos that I have, because I like making YouTube playlists and shit. And I just happened to be fascinated with midgets. I've always been fascinated with them, really. But then Midget Wednesday happened because I needed to fill content. But it really goes back to in middle school, I was friends with a midget. And I've always just loved midgets,
Right.
Well, I'd love one if I could, but you know what I mean. Like I've always had good experiences with them, And I'm actually still friends with her. Like her and her sister and her mom, they're all midgets. Yeah. We're all friends. I'm allowed to say midget around them. I got a midget pass, for sure, dude.
That's right. Are you familiar with Ranting Monkey? You know who that guy is?
Ranting Monkey.
Yeah, he does. He's got a presence on YouTube, and he tends to focus on newsy, politically kind of stuff. But he has got a big thing for midgets, dude. Midget bitches. You ever heard of Left Cheek? right cheek, the rappers.
Yeah. I mean, look, I get more excited when I'm at the grocery store and I see an ugly midget than I would a TikTok thought. You know what I mean?
I feel you, dude.
Like if I see, like one of the greatest experiences I ever saw with a midget was I was in. There's a reason why the old lady don't take me to the grocery store anymore because I get in trouble. But rolling up down the meat aisle was a midget on a scooter. Like he had one of those little, you know, like old people scooters, and he was sitting on his skateboard. He had a mullet, and he had the guns out with the tank top. It was the most midgeted redneck motherfucker I've ever seen, and he's more memorable than any of the TikTok thoughts.
All right, so when was the last time you smoked brickweed?
Brickweed? Whew.
I'm taking like that's some like imported.
Yeah, Mexican swag.
Swag, yeah.
2004 would be my best guess, and that was the last time I even saw it.
That's all we ever had, man, was SIBO and Mexican. Yeah.
That shit the only thing you could do with it is put it in a bong and hope it gets you high.
You know, smoke it, roll a joint. You know. Yeah.
We used to roll like big old Bama joints, and they call them Bama joints for a reason. The ones where you have like 8 papers across and like 4 up.
That's the Cheech and Chong method, man.
Oh yeah, and that's how you get it done. You smoke one of those, you're good for the week.
All right, so what do you think of Barbara from Barbara for You to See, the Barb 2.0, or also known as the Barbara Horvat? Do you know who that is?
No clue.
All right. She's this young lady that's from Slovenia. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, she's kind of funny, kind of cute, kind of weird in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it. I like it, but Madness asks this question every show. So every interview. Who's your favorite OG? What's your favorite OG meme?
There's so many, dude.
What's the first thing that popped in your head?
Popped in my head would be the gingers don't have souls meme.
Right.
Like, I don't know why that particular one popped up top, but I guess the fact that you can still fuck with that dude and he's still on the internet and still going.
Right. Who's your favorite slasher?
Freddy, easy. I mean, easy, simple. Just go Freddy.
That's right. What's the worst movie? What is the worst movie, and why is it the Carol Danvers movie? He won't say it. He won't say.
It's not. It's not even a movie. Pessy showed us this fucking. It was a like instructional video for violent, like it was for police departments, but it was like just what could happen in certain scenarios from the 70s. And for some fucking reason, it had a dead penis in it. And then ever since then, I've just been scared to watch anything that Pessy shows because he just goes out of his way to show me dead penises. But worst movie ever, Schindler's List, just because, you know, it was too fucking long and too boring. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's see. I'm a slob shouting at clouds, you know. Jeff Vader, JJ, what are your top 5 favorite tards, lolcows in order?
Number 1, Andrew Ditch, because he's the gift that keeps giving. Mary's got to be 2, because she's been too good to me. James is not even in the top 5. I'll just throw that out there before, because Winsley called James is a good one. I don't like James. Dashton, that's one that I feel bad for. And Ashley Hatcher, because she's also just one of the most consistent lolcows. Everybody gets mad that I'll play an Ashley Hatcher video, but that's her art, and you guys are just denying it that it isn't art. It's art, and you should recognize it for what it is. I love Ashley Hatcher videos.
All right, so who's your favorite Marvel and DC characters?
Marvel. I mean, DC, Batman. Let's just get that out of the fucking way because everybody's either Batman or Superman, and I'm a Batman guy. Fuck Superman. DC, Mark with a mouth, Deadpool, just because.
That's right.
He's Mark with a mouth. Like, why not? I mean, I could go Captain America, but I don't know. I was always a more of a preacher guy, and with as far as like the old like comics.
Dude, I got
Preacher,
the original run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of them. I didn't really get too much into collecting them, but my buddy had a lot of them, so I borrowed them.
That's right.
But yeah,
it's a great comic.
Yeah, as far as comic wise, DC and Marvel are they're always the talking point, but everybody always forgets there was McFarlane. You know, there's all types of other people out there that did so much better shit.
All right, so the guy that did Preacher, he also did The Boys.
Garth Ennis.
Yeah, Garth Ennis, exactly.
Yeah, Garth Ennis is seriously like I'm one of them learned book reading rednecks. So like my book's got to have pictures in them too sometimes. So I mean, Garth Ennis and it really raised me as far as like through middle school and up.
Yeah, he wrote the character art for Hellblazer for John Constantine that they made the Keanu Reeves movie with.
Yeah,
they did. He's done all kinds of shit. Yeah, I keep an eye out for his creativity too, man.
Yeah, Frank Miller too.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, like there's so much. Like again, man, everybody wants to talk DC and Marvel, and I'm like, oh, there's so much other stuff out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
Like even nowadays, there's still. I mean, Walking Dead was what it was. You know, it had a good fucking run. They ended it too fucking early, if you're asking me. But
yeah,
you know. But everyone's like, oh, the TV show sucks. Well, the comics didn't, okay?
No
so
shit.
Sorry about that.
Man, it's like I just wanted Negan to take over. Anyway.
Well, that's how the TV show's going to end up, so you'll get your wish.
Yeah. Well, maybe, it'll be. I think he killed it because he got sick of it.
Yeah.
I think there's too much capitulation to fucking the...
He got pissed because he should have left it in Darabont's hands and just let him do all of it, and it would have been fantastic. But AMC got a hold of it and shit on everything, and that's just what it is. Like we're stuck with it now, so and they don't know how to end it. So
yeah,
that's what he did. He went, fuck it, it's done. Look at that.
I think he was frustrated with the production, the TV production. He just wanted to, do some shit.
Well, he said 300, and we only got like 158 or some shit, or 200 or whatever. No, we only got 158, which is bullshit.
Yeah, right. 300, man. All right, so we got a couple more questions. Then we'll have to do a wrap because you're jamming. Do you like Italian ice or do you mean Italian gelato? Do you like either one of those?
I like both, but I have Italian ice in hand.
Right.
The gelatos, I don't know. I saw a vape cart a couple weeks ago. It was a gelato, but I ain't seen that in a minute here.
Right. I'm trying to find. You bought Cheerwine in Virginia.
Yes, we have an Ollie's. Yes.
Yeah, here too. What do you think of the last South Park special that just came out?
Haven't watched it because those cocksuckers are on Paramount Plus, and I haven't got a fucking Paramount Plus login.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest problem. And then, all right, see, the old lady's into Yellowstone. I haven't watched it, and because she likes it so much, I haven't watched it. Don't ask why. But she was like, oh, there's a new one, and they're going to have the pre-whatever, and it's going to be on Paramount Plus. And I'm like, oh, so that's the second time this week? So I'll probably have it and catch up eventually.
Have you ever watched Pro Midget Wrestling?
Yes. I've been to Pro Midget Wrestling. I love Pro Midgets. Yes.
Yeah, it's great shit, man. Yeah. It's more fun than Luchador. I think. Yeah, no shit. See, that's to me, that's wrestling, right? Wrestling should be more like a freak show instead of a rock star show, right? That's what I grew up with, you know.
That's also because of where your area and what came through your area.
The Goodless Welch Circle with fucking Tojo Yamamoto, Bearcat Brown.
Yeah. See, I grew up where Ric Flair would come through every other fucking month, so I was a little spoiled when it come to old wrestling, especially here. Like, they love coming here because, there's a lot of things to do when you're a certain age here, but growing up sucks.
Whammons.
But yeah. That.
Let's see. Yeah, do you prefer cats to dogs?
Both. I got both.
That's right.
I like them both. My cat right now is looking at me because, again, she woke up and realized the door is closed. Oh, no, now she saw me look at her, and now she's coming over here. But, yeah, man, cats and dogs. Love them both.
What is the most disgusting thing you have seen and done?
Disgusting thing I've seen.
Hey, David.
Let's see here. We used to go on vacations up in PA, and when we were going to the cabin at the lake, there was a woman that decided, and I don't know if you've been to Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania roads are very mountainy, and there are spots where you can run and flip your car over and decapitate yourself, and I saw that at like 6. So that's probably the most disgusting, because we were stuck in traffic behind it and had to look at her laying there for a while. So that was probably the most disgusting thing I've seen up close.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. And I forgot the other part of the question.
All right, so if you could go anywhere, where would you go?
See, I've been everywhere, man. I've been all over. So right now, I don't want to go anywhere because fucking getting COVID kind of sounds like shit. I don't know. I feel like I got the luck that if I go to somewhere, even if it's like the Bahamas or whatever.
Years, man.
Yeah. Like, dude, honestly, like a vacation to me and my old lady is we're literally this is us and we could go anywhere. We're going for a 2-hour drive to a steakhouse, and then we're gonna go look at Christmas lights and fucking go get a hotel room. That's my go anywhere. I'm at that stage of my life.
I like that, man. Let's see. All right, so what's your favorite vehicle that you would love to own?
I want my Geo Metro back, goddammit.
Nice.
I know that's probably you've never heard that answer,
Dude,
but yeah, man.
I like that answer.
I used to take this Geo Metro and jump train tracks with it. So I missed that car. I had a Grand Am that was pretty badass too.
Damn.
Because of all the aftermarket shit that I put into the sound system and shit. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Madness always asks this too. Would you have sex with your alternate universe counterpart?
Is it female? Like, because I don't want you calling me gay. So, yeah, if it's a female Mish and we're not going to time cop, like, morph into each other, sure.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. She's going to be a fat chick, so I don't know about that, We'll see. We'll feel it out. See if she's feeling it,
Would it be incest, or is it masturbation?
Yeah, it's always a click away.
All right, if you could choose how to die, damn, how would you go out? Damn, Becca, that's a dark question, but
I'm okay with how my dad went out, man. Driving down the road, heart attack, and you're just gone. Lights go out. I'll take that. Just give me the lights out, because I don't want to do some long drawn out fucking 80-year fucking cancer shit. I'll just take 54, 56, somewhere around in there. The lights go out. I'm good with it.
Sweet. All right, and she also wants to know, what's your favorite gun to shoot to?
I'm not a gun guy. That's probably one of the other things that people get all like, what? I'm not a tattoo or a gun guy. It's not that I don't like shooting them. I've shot guns my entire life. If you hand me a gun, I will show you, I know what I'm doing with it. But, like, I don't know. Shotguns. I like shooting shotguns. I like playing with explosives way more.
Nice.
So, like, the gun part is more of a a spark to what I'm gonna do with my free time and explosives.
Sweet. All right, so we're going to wrap up the questions from the chat. Thank you. They were great, weren't they?
Yeah, they're all right. They're savages. They always have weird questions.
Right. One last one. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Ooh. Damn. Probably Don Geronimo. Because my dad always did wherever the fuck we were going, he listened to talk radio. And that dude can always make me laugh, so... Don Geronimo. And for people that don't know, Don and Mike, you'll look them up.
All right, so we are now at the tail end of the questioning. Let me ask you a random real quick. All right? Just, what book or movie character can you see in your own life? Or who do you identify?
Probably the Badger from Breaking Bad would probably be pretty close. Like to act like I'm trying to like relate it to me.
Have you ever seen the cartoon of him telling the story about the pie eating contest on Star Trek?
Yeah.
His idea for the Star Trek episode? That was funny as shit. I played that one night on the thing, man. It's like I love that show too, man. I could I don't know if I studied that, man. I could probably win a fucking, I don't know, trivia contest.
All right, so Shouting at Clouds is probably right. Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds would be another one. And like not the fucking first one. I'm talking the second one where he's got the wild hair with the military get up. That's me.
All right, the Three Stooges, fuck, marry, or kill. Which one? Curly era.
So I'm going to marry Mo because he made more of the money. I'm going to kill Curly and I'm going to fuck the other fat one. Which one do you want? Do you want to go?
Joe DeRita?
Yeah, that one. And then I'm going to get high with the other one.
Oh, dude. All right. So, all right. This is the point where I ask you, who do you think is a criminally undersubscribed YouTuber on this corner of the YouTubes? Who do you want to... Mo?
Virgie.
Absolutely.
Simple answer. Because that dude, he does great live, but he hasn't learned. He's going through what I went through 2 years ago, where he's learning what he can and can't say. Because you can keep a channel and get it monetized, but can you keep a channel and get it monetized? That's the hardest part about YouTube right now. Like, we could all get up tomorrow and they're mad because you did something 5 years ago on your shit, which is what they did with my first fucking account.
Yeah, no shit, they do that to me too.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I don't fucking care. Like, I don't even remember doing that. But yeah, Virgie's probably the one up and coming. I wish Pessy would get on YouTube and do more with that, because I think that's another dude that does wild shit, but it's just not for YouTube. I always try and help people out when they're at that fucking normal stage where you still don't absolutely hate everybody else that does what you're doing. Because, like, the one thing I've learned out of helping a lot of people, and I've talked people through setting everything up from, everything. And I always learn at some point in time, they'll either be your best friend or they're going to come back and fuck you. So I always pick and choose nowadays who I'm going to associate with and who I'm around, not because of like what I pull or who I am or what I do, but because I've had that instance where you help someone and then they turn around and go, fuck that guy. And I'm fine with that. It's happened several times. But I feel like Virgie's one of those that isn't going to do that because he's actually grateful anytime that you help him.
He's been so nice to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vouch for the dude.
But I'll tell you who started that though, Royce. Royce, let's see here. He put me on his fucking radio network in 2008, and I don't think he was ready for the amount of trouble that I got him in, like, from sponsors dropping to like I was a little shit back then. But I've learned, right? over the years to dial it back and not do what people think you should do. That's another one. But I don't know, man. Royce has always been like that, where just helpful, give you a shout out, help you out if you got a question about. Say, hey man, what kind of mic? Here's a mic. You know. So it's one of the. This is a weird business, man. You know, it's one of those where you just got to carve your own niche and sit in your corner, and just hope people come to your corner.
Right. Right.
And then,
like if you build it, they will come, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then when your corner gets too big and it starts overtaking other people's shit, that's when the fun begins.
Right. Yeah. I'm still growing, man, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. And that's why I've taken the approach I've took. Like here recently, what's been working has just been finding those people that need to be seen and need to be appreciated. And you know, you're welcome, Mary. You're welcome, you know, Jimmy. You're welcome, Andrew Ditch. You're welcome, all the people that I've brought up here. And I'm going to bring more. It's fun. Because I love showing people's content, man. I mean, you do this type of show, another person likes to film toilets. Or that's YouTube for you, man. Like, so fucking crazy the amount of shit on this fucking network that can entertain you, you know.
Dude, I know a guy that fucking just said he does nothing but dryers.
Nothing but dryers.
Dryer spinning, man. Just
right.
And he's making bank off the shit. It's what's funny.
I don't doubt it, dude. Like the amount of people, and even on my level making it, it's like, all right. And I can only imagine at another level. You know what I mean? There's some people out here that are criminally undersubbed and should make. Our AP's a great example of that.
No shit.
If he didn't go through all the bullshit of starting and stopping his content, where he'd be now is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
Susan's had her way with him a couple of times.
He stuck to his guns at doing what he wanted to do, and I respect him for that. But you know, it gets you in trouble, and you have to start over again. But that's why you build that base audience that doesn't give a fuck where you're at. They're just going to be there.
They're going to be there, exactly.
Yep. And you fucking build that up, and then it doesn't matter how many channels they take down. I'm just now getting to that level where I think if I got my channel taken tomorrow, I could probably get back to where I'm at in less than a month.
Wow.
And that's like hard to build a channel nowadays, dude. It really fucking is. To build those people and to have them show up wherever you're at, you know, and giving a fuck about what you're doing, that's not easy.
So who do you think is a YouTuber
there's another one
that's way overhyped?
I'm sorry?
Who do you think is a YouTuber that's way overhyped?
Keemstar? Dude, yeah, just go through the line of all the ones that have been there. Because it irritates me because they've all been there, right? And they've been there for so many years. And yet I missed my boat, you know? I could have been Dark Side Phil if I wanted to, because I've done this longer than him. You know, I could have been that, but instead I took time off. You know, I took time off, did the family thing, fucking got my shit straight, and then I noticed Royce was back doing radio again, and I was like, "Hey, how's the water?" He said it's fine. I came back, and here we are. You know,
That's
2
awesome.
years later, I've fucking got to a point where I have to do business shit now. Because there's no skirting the government anymore. You know what I mean? You can do that in the first year when you're not making shit, but you get to this point where you've got sponsors, you know, and growing pains suck. But it's a good problem to have. And I'm appreciative, you know. Because there's a lot of people that do this that never get the recognition that they should get. Joe Coletta being probably a big one of that. I know he's not, I'm not around now, but that's a dude that worked for fucking Sirius, you know, was professionally trained in broadcasting, and right now, you know, he decided fuck all that, got married.
So what do you think will finally break the internet?
Nudes of Mary, because I think that would break my TV screen.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to break that at this point. I mean, it's easy to make a wave in it, but to fuck the whole system up, I mean, you might as well just cut the power, you know? That'll be some goat humper and whatever that figures that out. I'm more worried about waking up tomorrow without power and being stuck in, you know, fucking farmland time now, you know.
Right.
I think that's more of a possible scenario than the internet breaking. And I'm gonna tell you right now, anyone with kids, when that internet goes, you better be there for them because they're gonna need you.
Indeed.
Dude, I remember having life without internet. These kids don't, and they're gonna lose their shit, dude. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah. All right, so talk about your content and what you got coming up. Anything special?
My content's always dependent on what I fucking research over the weekend. And right now, I have a gentleman who we're going to do tomorrow. And this is he's 170 subscribers, and I'll just give you the title. This is how dangerous LA is becoming. Certain feminists did this. And the guy that I'm presenting tomorrow, I think everybody's gonna like. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to get everybody to show up tomorrow. I want them to show up every week. That's why I'm consistent and do 5 shows a week. But I'm saying, keeping that shit stocked and keeping Daywave stocked, man, it's not that hard, honestly. It's just searching the internet and finding retards. And I guess that's a talent I got. So that should have been my talent earlier, was spotting retards.
Yeah, it's like you're mutant.
You go back and change that.
Yeah. You're a mutant. Just like you spot retards, man. That would be cool.
That's what I got. I mean, I'm batting a pretty good percentage this year. I mean, we did Mary at the beginning of the year. You know, we had our little fun with James. I can't claim Gasuba, but you guys are like everybody. This whole community's been all types of fun lately because we've always had, you know, something doing something. You do your own thing, Virgie does his thing, Marsh does his thing, RTC and Daywave does their shit, you know. We always got something going on. So I think that's the fun part of it.
And I did want to remind everybody that links to JJ's YouTube and to his slabs, as well as to CBDX.com with the promo code is in the description. So if you're not subscribed to this, dude, you need to do it now because, and
if you're watching in the future and that channel's not there, I don't know what to tell you, and I don't know what I did either.
Well, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Shit, I'm gonna see what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
He's a gem. I gotta tell you.
Is he a new move?
Yes, he's a new. He's a new move to the point where I saw him. I literally found him because I never. It's not that I don't stop working, but it's not. I'll sit here and like I'll watch football and I'll fucking look up dumb shit and I just stumble across these fucking amazing people. And I think I'm not saying this one's going to be the next James, but he's going to be the next one where we have fun interacting with him. So that's another thing. His comments are open. Is another criteria that I'm starting to notice. Because, yeah, it's going to be a fun week. I do know that. By the way, Daywave's going to be fucking absolutely lit. And if you're not, I'll give you a little taste. All right. A certain cow is coming back. And it's the cow that we want back. It's going to be fun tomorrow. There's a new Dashton video.
Dude. All right, so this is the point where before we part, a final word for the chat. I did want to thank B Smiley for $5 super chat with the it's not devil horns, man. It's just the rock and roll symbol. Okay, it's really to ward off evil. Dio, his grandmother called it the Malok or the evil eye, so it wards off the evil eye. So, and I appreciate that, B Smiley. Another $5. I love it.
I said it wrong. It's actually Dayton. I always get them confused. But there's a new Dashton video too. But Dayton. Yeah, I said Dashton, but I meant Dayton Hypernova.
Okay, I got you.
See, that should have hyped it up more, but I fucked it up because that's probably why I'm in the Bush leagues.
Dude, I boom shit all the time. You know, trust me, if you watch my show, my stuff enough, you'll feel fantastic about where you're at, brother. That's all I'm going to say. All right? I'm just a smooth brain from Alabama, man, but I love to have fun. I love people. And this has been a unique pleasure. And I appreciate you, like, being cool and saying, yeah, I'll do your show, right? I don't know who the fuck you are, but I'll do it.
That's exactly what I looked at the old lady. I was like, hey, I got to do a thing at 5 on Sunday. And she's like, for what? I was like, I don't even know.
Right?
It's like he wants to interview me, and it's about ice cream, but he doesn't even know how to spell ice cream.
Right.
And then she looked at me. She's like, well, don't wake me up. I'm like, all right. Well, don't beat me in my own house.
Well, see, it stems from like when I created the Creem stream, right?
Yeah.
And it's a ripoff. There's a ripoff on the Creem stream old logo from a magazine called Creem Magazine. And
I remember Creem.
Yeah, and there used to also be this show called Interview with Jim Ladd on the radio, right? So that's where, I mean, everything I do, I've ripped off of somebody else.
Right. Well, that's how you do it, man. That's how everybody does it.
Indeed, man. And so, but so it was like branding idea.
You're talking to a guy that fucking literally got somebody a truck. Just off of knowing the existence of that person has now impacted a person receiving a vehicle and being able to drive to Florida and piss on a grave. Like that's what I like to do. Cause chaos.
All right, Lena Mean tips $5 and said, "Don't give JJ any of this. He will spend it on privileged pretzels."
I will spend it, but no, I don't. Everybody gets their own shit, man. All that.
But yeah, all right. This is, I guess, the point where we wrap, man. And I say thank everybody for showing up and hanging in there, man. Chat as usual. You're the shit. Throwing funny questions. They're getting better at this shit, and I appreciate that.
So hold on, I have to rap now?
Yeah, man.
But I didn't know. I can't do it. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing it. Fuck this shit. There you go. That's what you're getting.
All right. So I'm going to say goodbye. What about you, man?
I'm good, man. Good one.
All right.
But I'll see y'all tomorrow. That's, Daywave going to be with.